I'm super bummed and sorry not to be there with you and with everybody else at Santa Barbara. I've been looking forward to this moment of getting a chance to actually be with the some of the other writers of the season, and you know, Adam, Maggie, Ken, Sean, Denny, Zach, and Eskel. I'm so sorry, got COVID. I'm not very sick, but I can't be there. I was really looking forward to sharing stories and having fun together. And, you know, writers are usually on their own, and so it's a special treat when you do get the opportunity to be together. And let me just say a little bit about the work of adapting this amazing book that Thomas Savage wrote, actually back in 1967. You know, there were 5 other people that optioned this book over its history, and it really did give me some pause for fear, because I thought, gee, what happened? You know, it must be a really difficult piece. You know, my kidding myself that I can see the way forward. And it made me take a lot more care in thinking about the book and in thinking about how I might structure it, and talking to my producer friend Tanya Sagetchian, who did go over the structure and you know, thinking about it with me. And yes, I mean, I decided to tell it in one timeline, and you know, not to deal with the backstories, just to bring the work down to you know, something manageable like the 2 hours. And it is such a great narrative, but it did leave me with some real issues and problems. For example, Thomas Savage enters the heads of his characters in such a fabulous way, and I didn't want to have any voice over for all the characters, just a little bit of Peter at the beginning. So how was I going to reveal probably the most important character, or one of the most haunting of the characters, which is Bronco Henry, who we never see, who's a ghost. And so I had to kind of figure out different ways to have Bronco Henry present in the story for Phil and for Peter and for the telling of it. And one of the things I did was to create a shrine inside the barn where the saddle could be Bronco Henry's ephemera, you know, his bridle, and, you know, different parts of, you know, of his kit were kept and polished and looked after by Phil, who's completely dedicated. And again, the silk scarf was not in the story. But I felt it would be a way to feel some erotic connection between Phil and Bronco, because I think, you know, Phil really was in love with a ghost, and it was this, in a way, Bronco died many years before, and it was a sort of safe love, because, you know, he could not in any way, you know, his secret about being homosexual could not be revealed. And what became more difficult was when the boy turned up, Peter, and brought all these emotions up in his life again. So that was my goal, to try and bring Bronco Henry, the ghost, into the world of the film. And, you know, all the other parts of it that have to be done. I mean, one of the things I do find interesting is how much I actually take away. You know, like sometimes when you write the script, for people to read it without actually seeing the pictures, you need more material. And once you actually film it, so much becomes obvious, and it's much denser, that, you know, I ended up taking out, you know, quite a lot of scenes, or about an hour of material really, to get it honed down to its essentials. And in a way, you know, the editing process was really like the last draft of it. When you do have a strong inspiration or a real love of the source work, whether it's an idea of your own or something you're adapting, that's the thing that makes it so powerful and glorious to do. Once again, bye. Sorry.